KBN.com.
Good day to everyone out there across ESPN Wisconsin and wherever you're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and longtime NFL punter, who we can talk about it, right, Brad? You're going to be gone all next week?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Cool. Time to brag about yourself.
Cool. I'm going to going to be out all next week. I will miss all of you KBN Nation, but I'm going to LA. To the NFL studios in LA.
Cool.
And I was one of 24 current/former players selected.
Cool.
To be a part, and there was like lots of applicants, like 100. Cool. That one deserves lots of cools. And it's a media and broadcasting boot camp. So I'm gonna, sharpen my skills a little bit, come back a little stronger, a little bit more knowledge.
Who are some of the big names?
Some of the big names include Tyrann Mathieu, Cam Jordan, Raheem Mostert, Andy Dalton, Chase Daniel, Brad Nortman.
Chase! Hey, you gotta ask Chase Daniel about his experience working out with Jordan Love.
Yes,
good
point. He put out a tweet, right?
Yeah.
He's like, man, I'm really
beast.
I've never seen somebody like this.
I've never seen anybody work this hard other than Drew Brees.
That's a statement. And he played with Drew Brees.
Yeah, and is Drew Brees going to the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Okay, well,
he's got a Super Bowl.
He's got a Super Bowl,
and
Hall of Fame. He's set records.
And if Chase Daniels thinks that Jordan Love is working as hard as Drew Brees, guess who else is going to the Hall of Fame?
Wow.
Okay, take it easy.
We'll find out more next week.
We'll be the first man saying that. We have recorded.
We do have evidence of Kyle making that proclamation.
I can't wait.
800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. You can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Shout out to everyone in the chats right now. But I do want to start here because, look, do you ever, it's always weird when you get phone calls or texts and you wake up and you're like, oh, whatever. I missed a call. It doesn't happen often. But yesterday I was up. My daughter has gone through the phase of when you have the first 2 or 3 months where they're swaddled and their hands are in the swaddle so they can't move. They can't have a startle reflex and they can't wake themselves up. And she rolled from her back to her front while she was sleeping, and you, as a hazard, you don't want to have their arms be in there. So we had to unarm her physically, literally, her arms are out of the swaddle, so that if she were to roll over, she has the ability to push herself back.
Yes, that's important.
So we tried to put her in this whole, I don't even know, it looks like, have you seen Little Giants?
Oh yeah, love Little
You know
Giants.
when he comes in the marshmallow suit?
Yes.
That's what it looks like. My daughter's in the suit where her arms are basically she's in a cast, a full body cast almost.
Oh, poor babe.
I know. I was like, this is torture.
It is torture.
She was brutal. She looked so comfy in the swaddle, and then we got her in the cast where she's her arms are up so she can't move, and I'm like, I hate this. So 2:00 rolls around. Clearly, this little cast thing's not working. I get a FaceTime at 2:02.
Uh-oh.
Who's FaceTiming me at 2:02?
I don't know what you got some side pieces you on with?
No.
That
2:02 FaceTime in the morning.
I know, and it is KBN Nation
on a Thursday night.
Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and Chris Larson, and anyone else in between to figure out who FaceTimed me at 2:02 in the morning.
I'm getting stressed just thinking about that.
Why are you getting stressed just thinking about it?
I'm getting stressed thinking about it because I had my player days in the past where there might have been some crossover and a little bit of letting go and different things like that. But boy, oh boy, it gets me stressed thinking about the phone vibrating, FaceTime at 2:00.
A surprise FaceTime.
Yeah, let me just say I was shocked.
Yeah, is a stressful thing because it's oh my gosh, I'm not prepared for this. So at any time, even even me, like I've been with Lexi for as long as I can remember, so I'm not even scared of any side pieces. But even if it's a friend, if it's a family member, it's like, oh, geez, the FaceTime, I'm not ready for this.
An emergency at 2:00 in the morning, that would be nerve-wracking as well. Why are you calling me?
I can give some clues. You can give some yes or no questions, 20 question style, hot and cold.
Yeah, I want to figure this out, Brett. Do they work here?
Ooh, good first question.
So if we're doing 20 questions, you choose the game.
Let's do 20 questions.
20 questions.
All right,
see if we can get
20 questions and
to figure out who FaceTime
800-990-3776. You guys are in KBN Nation are allowed to get involved too. Who FaceTimed Ben Brust at 2:02 a.m. in the morning on a Thursday? We're going to do 20 question style. 800-990-3776 or on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. If you would like to submit a question that I will read to Kyle and Brad to see if they want it to be one of their questions. So you guys get to start with the first question overall.
I like your first question, Kyle. Do they work here? Or do they work in...
Do they work here?
But we have to specify what here is.
They do not work at this company.
Okay, all right. So.
Do they work in sports?
Chris, you have to. Are you giving Chris free reign?
Do they work in sports?
Do they
work in sports?
So the first one was what? Do they work here?
Do they work in the sports industry?
They do work in the sports industry.
What about? Are they a badger?
How about like is it a
male or a female?
Is it a male?
Is it a male? Yeah.
Yeah, just yes or no, because then we'll know.
It is a male.
It's a male.
Okay.
There's 3 questions right now.
So male in sports
Thank
industry.
goodness it was a male, because boy, oh boy, female. I don't know if you can talk yourself out of that one.
I mean,
just a friend. I said
it sounds like you couldn't talk your way out of that one.
I know.
Based off of how you're acting all nervous and sweaty.
Nah, I got all nervous and sweaty, not no more.
How about an age question, like over a certain age?
Yeah,
good one,
Chris.
See,
I don't know people's ages.
Couple suggestions. 2 a.m. FaceTime had to be Sam Decker from London.
Oh,
call me Shaggy. It wasn't me, Chef Ed. Is it a former teammate is a question.
Yeah, yep.
My guess was Josh DiMaggio or Greg Scalzo, so I am out, LOL. Yes, you are out because, as we said, they do not work here.
What about, like, do you suspect that they had some cocktails? That could be a question. That could maybe create the scene by which the FaceTime occurred.
How many questions are we at?
We're at 3 right now.
So you're asking, do you suspect that they had cocktails?
Were they under the influence?
Were they under the influence? The truth to that answer is I have no idea.
Oh, you didn't answer.
Right.
I feel like I just wasted it.
You did, and I was very happy about that.
How about I like the age? Maybe like over under 40.
See, what,
that would
40?
help. That would help divide a little bit. Because
we should ask some questions before we get to age, right? Because I don't know these people's ages. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can we say, are they a badger?
Are they a current or former badger?
Well, once a badger, always a badger, right?
Amen.
What do you mean, What do you mean,
I mean,
the reaction's interesting.
The reaction is interesting.
Yeah, what do you mean,
Yes, to that question. They are a current or former badger.
All right, we're at 5 questions now.
We don't know what capacity they were a badger. We don't know if it's a teammate, a student, a coach.
Did we ask if they play sports? He said, right?
They work in the sports industry.
They were a former badger. They work in the sports
800-990-3776 if you would like to help Kyle and Brad ask questions to figure out who FaceTimed me at 2:02 in the morning.
Do we ask, was it a former teammate?
I like the teammate one, yeah.
Yeah. Was it a former teammate of yours?
It was not a former teammate of mine.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I should have asked. I should have asked if they were part of the Badger program.
I know.
Because that
I'm wondering if it was a former coach.
Yeah. Greg Gard.
Or how about
Greg Gard?
Did they?
He can't save you, Greg.
When they were with the Badgers, were they in the sports world? Something like that. Something like where they that could maybe distill it down to a coach or a trainer or something.
Well, we wouldn't know a trainer. We
That's
wouldn't
true.
be able to guess the trend. We only know coaches and players from Madison, and then he said they're a former Wisconsin Badger.
Why don't we do the age thing? I think we need
So
to
here's what I'm going to do. It's going to get a lot tougher for you guys now that you've narrowed it to this point. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is you guys can start brainstorming. I'll let you ask some more questions on the other side on this because you are getting closer but farther at the same time, if that makes sense.
Damn.
This is 20 questions, so you guys have a lot more questions.
So we asked throughout the show.
So we've got former Badger. We've
Not
got
not a
male,
teammate.
not teammate.
It wasn't Bo.
Works in sports.
Bo was for sure asleep at 2 a.m.
I feel like an age question would be helpful.
Okay, ask the age.
No. I said we were going to take a break from questions. You guys can write your questions down. Petey Paulo chimes in. Is it the neighbor that heard the baby's cries? I don't think any of my neighbors have my cell phone, and I don't have a house phone. Do you have a house phone?
No house phone.
Do you have a house phone?
No, sir. Just a
Chris,
cell.
do you have a house
Negative.
phone? Yeah, house. I don't understand why they keep trying to sell house phones.
It's almost like it becomes cheaper. Like
Yes,
if you're just going to get like
My
let's say
parents have a
internet,
house phone.
I like it on
Do you
applications.
call it?
I like it on applications too. For
If
like,
they don't
when you
answer.
apply for something, it's like they ask for your house phone and your cell phone. It's like I put it for both, the cell phone for both.
Yeah. A house phone feels so antiquated. Although I do feel like it was important lessons learned. Like when you had to call someone else's house and their parent was going to pick up, you had to learn some manners. Nowadays, these kids, man, they just could call their buddy. I mean,
So when I used to pick up the house phone, 847-259-2511, didn't have to do the 847. You could just do 259-2511. Remember that? You'd have to plug in the area code.
yeah, those are the days.
Do you remember having to do that? You could just
Didn't we just start having to plug in area codes recently
what?
here in Wisconsin?
No, I feel like we've had to plug in area codes for the last 15 years.
I don't think you have to plug in. I don't think you had to plug in area codes if it's local.
So I used to pick up the phone, and a lot of times people would call for my sister Courtney, and I'd be like, "Hello." They'd say, "Hey, Courtney." No, it's Ben. I'll go get her. I was trying to go through puberty.
How much older is your sister
4
than
years.
you? Okay.
So when she was in high school, I was in middle school.
That's embarrassing.
Peaky voice.
That's tough. That's
Yeah.
a tough look.
It is.
Did you ever say, Courtney here?
I should have.
Go for it.
I mean, it's Courtney.
Yep.
Can't wait to
Let's hear
see
the
you
gossip.
tonight, babe. Can't wait till we go to the beach and do the do.
All right.
Like
What the hell
Go
was
to
that?
the beach
Mountain-
and do the
Oh,
do.
Drink Mountain Dew. Isn't that what
Sick
do the do
mind.
is?
Now my sister and
Wait a
I.
minute.
Now my sister and I did used to spy on all of my brother's significant others when they used to come back to the house. We used to spy from the second level, looking into the backyard, and one time, unfortunately, one of my sister's friends ended up being one of them.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
They were in the hot tub getting a little
wow.
handsy.
Oh, what did your sister say? No.
Hey!
Don't you touch her.
Wait a minute. Is that Casey? Casey! That's my brother.
We figure out who would FaceTime Ben Brust at 2:02 a.m. on the other side. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman continues next. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Also, I don't know. I had nothing before them. I had nothing before them.
Hey, Russell,
Hey, Hey, Russ. What up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah,
That's who I
all
am.
right, let's give him the floor. I'm
All
going
right.
to
Yeah, don't interrupt, dang it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owns. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Attention business owners and executives. Looking for a bank that's invested in your community as you are? Look no further than Starion Bank. As a Dane County community bank, Starion offers competitive deposit and loan rates while actively supporting local initiatives. Visit a business banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, and Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, full-service business banking, lending, and cash management.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Ben Brust here from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and tell you about the newest spike tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
Beautify your entertainment space with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hi, this is Gina Della from Pella. Turn your ordinary space into something extraordinary with brand new Pella windows. Plus, getting the perfect windows and doors for your home has never been easier. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months, or no down payment, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months if you book before April 30th. Take ownership of your living space and make it a place worth living with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're probably being overwhelmed with information about semaglutide, the game-changing FDA-approved weight loss treatment. Jim Rutledge here. I was like you. I didn't know what it was until I saw Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. He can walk you through the benefits. He can tell you if it's right for you, and then you could come up with a plan to change your life with a workout plan and semaglutide. With that plan, I dropped from 20% body fat to 10% body fat, and I dropped over 20 pounds of fat and kept my muscle. You can do the same thing. Go see Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health.
Experience virtual golf like never before at the Bogey Factory in Verona. From family-friendly mini-games to monthly tournaments, the Bogey Factory has it all. Enhance your swing with their state-of-the-art TrackMan technology, or play a full round on over 300 virtual courses. While you're there, enjoy their full kitchen and sports bar. Whether you're looking for a fun day out with family and friends, or a unique location for a corporate event, the Bogey Factory in Verona has you covered. For more information, visit thebogeyfactory.com. That's thebogeyfactory.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
Who FaceTimed me at 2:02 in the morning while our baby girl didn't like being in the straitjacket? I forgot, obviously keeping a little anonymity. Is that the right way to say it?
Yes.
For baby girl. I would post the picture up on YouTube or on Twitter. But during the break, I got to show you the picture because she looks miserable.
Can't you cover the face up with a little smile? That's what
No, you need the face to see her give you the eyes of like, what the hell did you do to me? I've been sleeping really good, and now that I've rolled from back to front, you got me in this straitjacket, and now I'm pissed.
Seems like a punishment.
I agree.
She's making improvements, and she's getting punished for it.
I hope we can return that damn thing because we didn't end up using it the rest of the night. But at 2 a.m. when I was up because she was upset about the straitjacket, I got a FaceTime at 2:02 a.m. And we're playing a little 20 questions here. 800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776. They do not work here. They do work in sports. They are male. I do not know if they were under the influence, and they were a current or former Badger. Any other questions that KBN Nation or Kyle, Nortman, or Larson want to ask? As Sarge from Waukesha asks, is it Frank the Tank from overseas?
Frank plays overseas now?
He's in Serbia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I don't think we're ready to ask for specific names yet.
We are not.
I still think we should ask the age if this person's under 40, because if it's under 40, we know it's probably not a coach.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that question.
Let's go with that.
Yep.
With the L.
Is this person under 40 years of age?
This person is not under 40 years of age.
Over 40. Okay.
Wild person, huh?
How about, did their time at Wisconsin overlap?
Because of coach. Okay, I'm about to say.
I'm going to see if it's a coach or not. Did this person's time at Wisconsin overlap with you?
This person's time did.
Oh. Okay.
How about, do we want to say, have we said their name on our show?
Yes. Have we said their name on our show?
You have.
Oh, spicy.
We're at 9 questions now.
So, I mean, we're pretty... It's either Greg Gard, it's either Bo Ryan. I'm trying to think of who else would be over 40, who's we've said on the show, whose time...
That's FaceTime me at 2:02 a.m.
No way, Barry Alvarez FaceTime.
Barry's my guy.
No. He's my guy.
Hey, my
Don't try and claim Barry.
He's my guy. Don't you talk about Barry.
Do we want to... Oh, well, no.
Gary Ellerson's over 40. He's a former Badger.
He is.
That was Chef Ed's guess.
That's not a terrible guess.
No, it's not. Should we ask
Gary Partian, do they work in broadcasting? Or were the former athlete, student athlete?
We have like celebrity. Are they in Ben's Banner Year podcast series? Does it look like me or you?
Let's do that one.
Okay. You asked that one, Kyle.
Does he look like me or does he look like Brad?
No, we have to ask.
He looks like neither of you guys.
That's not a yes or no question.
Does it look black or white?
No, I mean, you asked if it looked like Kyle or Brad. I don't see any resemblance to you or Brad.
Caucasian man?
He is white.
All right.
He's white. Okay.
I like to be more professional.
We're
Caucasian.
halfway over. We're at 10 questions.
PC.
10 questions.
Actually, I'm more offended by Caucasian.
Take it up with the PC crowd. I'm not getting canceled.
The PC crowd, African American or black, which is better to say.
You know what? I don't mind either. Just as long as you don't call me like a black.
Yeah, that would be
a little blackie over there. That might be a little disrespectful. That might be a little racist.
Petey Pablo chimes in. Was it Evan Cohen?
He is a former Badger.
He is indeed, yes.
He is a former.
And we've said him on the show.
We have. Let's ask about broadcasting.
And at 2 a.m. it would be 4 a.m. in New York.
Getting up early for unsportsmanlike.
Can we ask that? Does he work in broadcast media?
Yeah, let's ask that.
Does he work in broadcast media?
He does not work in broadcast media.
Evan is out. Evan is out. Evan is out.
We got 11 questions. We got 9 to go.
I mean, do we want to start asking specific names? We want to ask. Is it
if you guess the name and it is wrong, the game is over.
Okay.
Well, you don't get multiple guesses.
Oh, I think that was one of the questions.
Okay. Well, you want to ask? Are they?
Is he? But is this wait? No, we said is he a current or a former? Is he a current Badger? Is he?
Yeah,
because we said is he a current or former Badger?
Yeah. No, it's over 40, so that can't be a current Badger.
No,
right,
like current as coaching staff. Current.
Yeah, is he currently on the coaching staff?
He is currently on the coaching staff.
Okay.
Is Kyle mad at him?
Is he? No. Is he a?
Brad.
Is he a former? Did we already ask you a former Wisconsin Badger?
You did.
No.
Yeah.
Is he? So when you say that, like a former player. Is that the way you answered?
That's how I answered. Yes.
It's Joe Krabenhoff.
But
I didn't ask the question. I didn't ask the question yet.
Is he under 6'4"?
Well, is Joe Krabenhoff under?
Joe Krabenhoff is tall.
Yeah, he is.
You're saying earlier when you said, "Are they a current or former Badger?"
And you said yes, they are.
Yes,
a current.
I
or
did
former
not
Badger.
think of that as a player-specific question.
But you said yes, they are. So they're
no,
either,
I didn't say yes. They are.
What'd you say?
Of what?
Are they a current or former Badger?
And are you asking?
No, we're asking you to repeat the answer you gave earlier, my friend.
Yeah, I said yes.
But in what context of the?
How are we reviewing this history? What are you going back now? What do you mean?
The player question, like you said, I'm answering. Is it a player?
Well, we didn't ask originally if it was a player. We asked whether they were a current or former Badger in general.
Yeah, in general, yes, they are.
Yes, okay.
So do we want to ask? Were they a former player? Because they're on the coaching staff, so were they a former player?
A current? Yeah, are they a former Wisconsin Badger basketball player?
No.
Okay.
So wait, they're on the coaching staff.
Not a former player.
And not a former player. Dog, I don't.
It's got to be Greg Gard. It's got to be Greg Gard.
Were they on the staff when you played?
But yeah, he said their time overlapped.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wisconsin.
So
because the other coaches on the coaching staff are Joe Krabenhoff, who played there, Sharice Shambles, who played there, Kirk Penny, who played there, and Dean Oliver.
Dean Oliver is no longer with the program.
Okay, he's no longer there.
How about this?
Was Gard then?
Is he currently the head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers? Wait, just say yes. Oh! He can't save you, Greg. He can't save you. You need to call me. Call, give him my number. FaceTime him now.
So,
I'm just kidding. That's what's up. What Greg called you for?
So Greg and I reconnected the next day, and he had some harsh words about this very program.
No, he didn't. You a lie.
No.
He
Good.
lying.
It means
he's lying. I don't believe nothing he said. Greg, listen, Greg, if Greg is worried about us, then he's fires behind. He ain't worried about us.
Yeah, he ain't worried about your bad takes.
No, it's good. I hope he hears. Puts a little fire on that basketball program.
What did Greg want from you? What accidental was he doing at 2:00 in the morning?
No, he ran into a mutual friend of mine, and they had said that like a good friend of mine he ran into in Phoenix. He's enjoying some weather at the Final Four,
and it's 2 hours behind. So
yeah,
it's only midnight.
It's only midnight.
So it's a purposeful FaceTime, not an accidental FaceTime.
I mean,
he had some beverages probably. Let's call. You know,
and I know the friend that I know he was with is a beverage guy. So yes, I mean, as he should. Look.
Oh yeah, he should have a good time. I wish you would have picked up. Were you tempted to pick up?
I was tempted to pick up.
How would you not? The curiosity of like, what the hell does Greg want?
My girlfriend was up. Like if it was a phone call, yes. But like if I was on FaceTime. And he's like, "Oh, show me the baby," like I would have wanted to, and then like my girlfriend's there, like
I would have said, "Girl, listen, the coach just called. I gotta answer."
Should I have picked up?
I said, "Coach, what the heck are you gonna do to get this team to advance in the tournament?"
Shut the heck up?
All right, bro, now you
what
see
is
my
your
baby.
plan?
Let's talk real, okay? Let's talk real.
Y'all are clowns.
No,
man.
we're not. So wait, no, we're not done with this. So this
you even
shows,
paying attention to the transfer portal and what they're working on right now?
Yeah, all these
when they commit,
a Division two player that they're in contact with. They're gonna get what was the guy named? The 3-point shooter that the dude said he should have got from Wisconsin?
No, they have the
this guy got Golke.
No, they have a Division I guy who's looking at Creighton.
Yeah, I will say
Michigan State, Wisconsin.
The competing schools are good. So if they can land him, I'll say, okay, Greg Gard.
They landed AJ Store last year. We saw how that ended. Even though I like AJ.
See, but you have to give him. You can if you like AJ, you have to give Greg Gard credit.
If he's taking swings in the transfer portal,
that's what you want in a coach.
He's taking swings, and shout out to Greg Gard. You can always call me whenever you want, so we can have a serious conversation. Pass on my number. But here's the thing, or we should FaceTime him now. Here's the thing: if you cannot develop talent, then what good is it to bring it in? Like, legitimately, that has been the issue that I've had with Greg is that he has not developed talent.
All right, you know what? Just don't even bring in anybody.
No, bring him in, but I mean,
no. Kyle doesn't want you to bring him in.
Yeah, just give up.
He didn't take Johnny Davis from an average freshman year to playing amazing as a sophomore.
He did. The Team USA did.
Team USA did.
Yeah, that's exactly where it's got. Read the article. Johnny said, playing with Team USA, when I was good there, I realized I'm amongst the elite. And then he took off. And I'm sure Greg Gard helped. I'm not trying to take it away from him. But
yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't lie.
But see, now, Brad, here's the thing. You know when we talked about Greg Gard last week, and he was sitting there defending Greg Gard, and let me great guy. But sometimes you got to move on. He's tainted. He's tainted. He's the media that's tainted.
Is Homer tainted as well? Someone who's been around coaching in Division I basketball for 40 years?
Because Homer is just like Chicago Bears. I wanted the Chicago Bears to keep Justin Fields. I wanted the Chicago Bears to keep Jay Cutler. I didn't want the Chicago Bears to ever move on from the trash quarterbacks that they had. You know why? Because I knew they would suck. Homer understands if Greg Gard continues to be the coach, the Badgers have hit their ceiling. He knows exactly how good they could be.
Here's what I love to see. Coach Gard working the transfer portal. Coach Gard doing what he's got to do, knowing that his back's up against the wall from the Brad Nortmans and the big bad Kyle Wallaces. And the newest Badger coming in, a freshman, a 4-star recruit, which I know you're like, Chucky was a 4-star recruit. But let's be honest here. You can still celebrate the fact that, you're getting better recruits. For the longest time, it was, I'm so sick of 3-star recruits. I'm so sick of that.
That's fair.
It was a valid concern. And you bring in a 4-star guy who won in Minnesota, won a state championship. He tweeted 2 hours ago, Daniel Freitag, miss you, Coach Gard. They said not to post while I'm post-surgery on drugs, but you're the best. You're my GOAT. So, hey, look.
Wait. An incoming prospect tweeted that about Greg Gard? That's a little bit of a weird tweet. Miss you?
And then
you're my GOAT?
He'll transfer 2 years from now because he's going to try to make $750,000 somewhere at Kansas.
No, he literally could go. He was being recruited to schools outside of Wisconsin that would pay him more, but he's been loyal.
He's fantastic.
He misses him. He called Coach Gard his GOAT.
Well, he's going to find a different GOAT 2 years from now.
And you're going to find a new school to root for because I ain't going to – you should just go root for Marquette.
Well,
You were doing plenty of that.
Yeah, then they lost. So you know what happens when you lose.
And here's the thing: I don't.
Done with you.
If Greg Gard does have a good season, and
I'll applaud it.
No, you don't get to.
Nah, who are you to tell me what I can do in my state? Don't play with me.
This isn't your state.
This is my state. This is my city.
Why does he think
you merely adopted Wisconsin? You got the degree, barely. You got the degree.
I mean, I respect the Dark Knight Rises reference there. Well played, but I ain't gonna stand for you just acting like you're the king of Wisconsin right now, because all you do is, like I said, float with the wind. Swim with the stream. You just go wherever life's taking you, wherever you can be happiest. And was happy to be on the Marquette bandwagon. They lost. You jump right off. Right now, Jackson Churio's up with the Brewers. What happens when something they take a dip? Are you just going to blame everyone?
5-game losing
never
streak.
abandoning him. He's the
Never?
future. Never.
Mark that.
Never.
Chris.
Well.
Yeah.
Unless he
the loyalty.
No. See, we do this, Brad.
Unless
then he does the unless thing, the Kyle backpedal.
Because here's the thing. I would have said a year ago today, I would never, ever turn my back on Craig Counsell until he turned his back on me. He turned his back on you. He turned his back on Ben. He turned his back on Wisconsin. If Jackson ever left us to go to the Cubs, I would turn my back on him too.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We are very happy to have a great partner in the one, the only, Gina Della from Pella.
Oh, we are so loyal to Gina Della from Pella. That's because she represents Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and they are extraordinary in so many different ways. If you want to completely change the design, the look, the feel of your room, your house, it's Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin that's able to give that to you. A luxurious look, a sleek design, custom colors available to give you that extra pop to entertain and make you feel comfortable. Increase the value of your home, decrease your energy costs, and totally change the feel of your home by replacing those old windows, those old doors. You've been looking at those for long enough. You've been thinking, you know what, now is that time? And Pella wants you to know that now is the time, because it's 0% interest for up to 36 months. Or no down payment, no interest, and no payments for 18 months. So whatever works best for you financially, Pella's able to work with you and take advantage of one of those two amazing options. But you have to book before April 30th to take advantage of it, to take an ownership of your living space, make it a place that you just love being in with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
That's Gina Della. You know what to do. Give him a call, 855-PELLA-WI. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace. Brad Nortman. We got the KBN Academy and a whole lot more this Friday next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
The fact that I, within a month and a half, would have an opportunity to have Sierra thinking about me, oh, my goodness. I signed up to be with y'all, but I will happily be with Sierra.
All right, take it easy. Put it in the pants. Put it in the pants.
Stop it. Not that type of happy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman and tell you about the newest spike tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
When you've been seriously injured, you need a trusted team on your side. Gruber Law Offices is available 24/7 and will even come to you. Your first call is free. Your first visit is free. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
The host might be irrelevant, but the conversations aren't.
So to only have 2 wins in the NCAA tournament since they made the Sweet 16 in 2017, it's just unacceptable for a program that should be nationally recognized.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
I was a betting man. I would guess Greg Gard is the head coach next season. It's got to be a big tournament run or bust next year.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe. Live on ESPN Madison's YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And available wherever you get your podcasts.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust alongside the Packer backer, Kyle Wallace, Super Bowl 50 participant. That probably stung a little bit the way I said it.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true.
Brad Nortman. Chris Larson running the show. 800-990-3776. I got a 202 FaceTime from Badgers coach Greg Gard to complain about our program and how unfair Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman have been. Nah, he's above you guys. He doesn't think about you.
Oh, wow.
He was actually being super nice.
I don't doubt it. He's a super nice guy.
Wait.
I love the man, Greg Gard.
No.
We raised $50,000.
Who's we?
Who's
we? What is that? How much money you guys put in that 50 G's?
I jumped into Lake Michigan for them 50 G's.
How much?
I sacrificed my body. That's priceless.
Exactly. My job was to encourage people by being part of it and also jumping in. I paid off my end of the bag. I helped raise $50,000.
Hey, I got a question for you, Kyle.
Sacrificing my children by getting in ice cold water.
Yes. Is it true or untrue that Kyle Wallace has been complaining about potentially having to pay money back to the government during tax season?
Oh, wow.
That's...
Wait a minute now.
He's like, I need some more deductions. He had
IRS is listening.
He had a chance to have some more deductions.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
He's saying if you would have donated,
you could have deducted more from your taxes.
Let me ask my tax guy if you did put my donations.
the IRS is
so you donated, but just not to guarding against cancer.
There is someone. Listen, I have a budget of what I'm going to donate, and I decided to donate my body. I donated my body to.
You didn't even go fully under, as Brad said.
Okay, my goodness. But you guys, thank you for allowing me to text my tax guy. Did we put in the donations?
You're welcome.
Thank
even though you're a jerk. 800-990-3776. Let's go to KBN Academy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, you really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
It is the KBN Academy where Professor Wallace, Brust, and Nortman answer some questions here. We have A's or F's. We are tough graders, no B's, C's, or D's, or anywhere else in between. Here we go.
All right, let's start here in the KBN Academy. The New York Rangers versus New Jersey Devils game started the other night with a 5-on-5 fight after the opening puck drop. The fight stemmed from an altercation between two of the team's players last time the Devils visited MSG back in March. A or F, other sports should allow fighting like hockey does.
This is an F for me. I love the fighting culture in hockey of being an enforcer and, the umpire or referee, whatever, lets them just do their thing. But it's just distinctly hockey. I can't see any other fight where it organically comes to fighting and fisticuffs and you say, oh, yeah, let us play it out.
I mean, come on. Last year at second base, the Guardians guy against Tim Anderson.
He knocked him out.
It
was a lucky punch, but he got.
Who cares?
But they don't
lucky punch or not, you get knocked out. You got knocked out.
But they don't let them play it on and play it through like they do in hockey. Like the fight starts, but they're all trying to break it up. No one's trying to break up a hockey fight.
I see what you're saying.
So I'm good with it just being in hockey. I don't want to see it in football. I don't want to see it in basketball. I do love the benches clearing in baseball, but I'm good with it only being in hockey.
I think it's an F. I really do. I think it's an F. I don't like the fact that it's in hockey. It's kind of barbaric for people to sit there and drop gloves and fight like that.
Shut up!
That's kind of soft.
No, hear me out. Because the
barbaric?
Thing is, because think about it.
Then don't watch football.
That's not the time to play. Football is a sport where they're playing within the rules. Chewy got dragged because he simply said taking a little extra hard shot, and people got mad about that. My whole thing is this, is that when I see youth sports and I see young kids actually following suit and actually dropping gloves and fighting at a middle school level, at a high school level, because that's the culture of the sport, I think that's terrible. The fact that we're okay with kids...
Kyle is equating middle school fights to hockey fights.
In hockey. I'm talking about in hockey. I have seen videos of kids dropping gloves and fighting in hockey who are not in professional players. They fight in college. They fight in high school.
They can't.
They can fight. I've seen people fight.
No. But they get tossed from the game. They're not allowed to.
But the thing is that is part of what they see. So they're mimicking what they see. You don't see people on a tennis court sitting there throwing hands. You can boo all you want, but I think it's stupid that they fight in hockey. And y'all know I love tradition, but I think this is a stupid tradition. I mean, it's cool to see, but I think it's terrible because kids watch it, and it sends the wrong message to the youth of coming up for hockey.
Kyle chooses the weirdest times to be self-righteous and above the barbaric tradition of fighting in hockey. Like today's the day that kids are going to mimic. I'm going to stand on both my feet and say it to the high heavens.
Yeah, I mean, you guys legitimately in other sports. For instance, when LSU in South Carolina got into a shoving match, you said, "Oh, they were fighting."
Yeah.
But guys literally throw hands on the hockey rink, and we're like, oh.
And by the way, they do it to get their team fired up. They're hitting the sticks on the boards.
You have to be a different level of tough to be a hockey player.
Yeah, you're lame.
I agree.
No,
I'm not saying
you're
that.
stupid.
All right.
Next, Chris.
All right, moving on here at KBN Academy. More and more Gen Zers.
It's Friday. Have more fun.
More and more Gen Zers, everybody's favorite group, are swapping out their smartphones for dumb phones like flip phones and Nokias to reclaim their time and their mental health. ARF, you would ever go back to a flip phone from your smartphone?
Look, I might go A here. If I could have I don't know. So the only app that I like having is Twitter. Because the news, you see the news cycle, especially for our world in sports. I would just need to find a way to stay connected on my phone for that. But I don't need Facebook. I don't need Instagram. I don't need Snapchat. I don't need YouTube. I don't need any of these other apps. I guess like I could use my car's navigation system even though I like Waze. Am I too much dependent on this? You know what I'm saying? Look, Gen Z is stupid. I hate Gen Z. But this is the best idea Gen Z has had.
The only reason Gen Z likes this is because they never got to experience. They have no idea what they would be losing and giving up. They think it's cool until the phone moves slow, until the screen is too small, until it's just black and greenish, grayish on the screen. They would be so bad.
Just playing Pong is the one game.
Duck lips and do all the stupid stuff that they do on a freaking Nokia phone.
Well, that's exactly the point. They're reclaiming their freedom. They're pushing away their smartphone and saying, you know what, life is not about a smartphone. I'm going to live life beyond it. So I'm envious of them. I would like to think that, yes, I could have a dumb phone and that just texts and calls and that's it. That would be, I think about how freeing that would be. Whenever you get that report of how much time you spent, how much screen time you spent, isn't that depressing when you've spent 20 hours on your phone for a week?
On average, a person with a smartphone spends 5.5 hours a day on their phone.
Yeah, that's so depressing. How much production do you actually do over the course of those 5 hours?
You do realize you guys are agreeing with the same generation that literally went to Capitol Hill to protest the fact that they're trying to ban TikTok. This is
TikTok.
Just because that
they're trying to ban the Tic Tac.
They don't even know what Tic Tacs are.
I want a fresh breath, damn it.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm old. But yeah, they're protesting that TikTok's being banned. They don't believe in this.
Clearly there's a subsection that's got some head on their shoulders.
Yeah, there's no way I'm giving up my phone whatsoever. I spend too much time on my phone. I can do anything and everything on this phone. I can take pictures.
All right, go to the next question.
I can FaceTime
Dependency.
with guards.
Yeah, you sound like a obsession.
Give me your phones.
All right,
Give me the phones for the rest of the show. Rest of the show.
Nice.
Bradley?
Nah.
Give it up, Brad.
Bradley? Come on now. You want to be with Jen?
Hey, no. Give up your phone.
I didn't know. I said I'm good with it. You called me crazy. You said I wouldn't. Come on. Well, what?
One more text.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Did you say, baby, I'm giving up my phone?
No. I just wanted to see what she said.
Hey, Greg.
I didn't text.
Are you FaceTime right now?
Oh, shit.
Don't put him in your dirty pocket.
Yeah, I don't want my phone in your pocket.
Just leave him on the...
Oh, my dirty.
Put it by Mark Shimura's computer and glasses.
I'm going to take him with him. I got to go get my headphones.
Those are really tight pockets, too. You're shoving our phones in your pocket groin region. You don't want that.
I don't think I want to touch his
Tell
phone.
us about Underdog Fantasy. Get our phones off your hands and tell us about Underdog Fantasy.
I may not like your phones in my hands, but I sure do love playing the Underdog Fantasy Sports app, just like you will like playing as well. Here's what it is. You pick between 2 to 5 players from at least 2 different teams. You can select higher or lower on those player stats. And if your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. Yes, it's that easy, especially with the hoop season basically coming to an end. There are so many women's and men's games that you can pick. Have some fun and play the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. And right now, use their easy-to-use mobile app or visit UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with promo code KBN, and Underdog will match your first deposit, potentially up to $100. Yes, up to $100. They'll give you a mystery special pick, and you can use it on your first pick-up entry. That's promo code KBN, and join me and get the Underdog Fantasy Sports app so you can enhance your game-watching experience like me. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Oh,
You're
man.
listening to Kyle
Just when I thought
Brust and
Brad
Nortman,
Nortman couldn't surprise me anymore, he does. Next.
Good for you. For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ribbing me. Oh, you gonna clap like that the whole time? You gonna laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You gonna lean back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in them open seats?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. According to a report Wednesday in The Athletic, college presidents and top executives have devised a super league to change college football, as they believe the current system is doomed and headed for bankruptcy. According to Andrew Marchand, Former Wisconsin football player Mark Tauscher joined Rutledge and Hamilton on ESPN Wisconsin to react to the news.
It's unlimited free agency. That system is not going to be tenable for a vast majority of these college programs, and I think everybody sees that.
Find the full conversation with Tauscher on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts.
Badger Minutes on ESPN Wisconsin are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule an appointment online today at PellaWI.com.
My initials may be BB, but basketball and Bud Light, those are the two Bs that I'll be enjoying all weekend long. Make sure you enjoy the hoops that are all around us. When you're watching every single game, just know that whether you have a wager, whether you have your bracket in front of you, it will all be better. Win or loss, whatever happens, if you have a Bud Light in your hand. Refreshing, smooth, Bud Light, Ben Brust, buckets, basketball, you name it, we got it. Enjoy it this weekend.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott and Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. What's right around the corner? Mother's Day. Show some love to the incredible women in your life and stop at Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. I recommend Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. It's Chevy truck season, and there's no better time to do what you do best. No better time to get the job done in a Chevy Silverado with best-in-class standard torque and a TurboMax engine with a 5-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty that outlasts both Ford and Ram. So kick off whatever your thing is season right, because it all starts with a Chevy truck.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Based on latest competitive data, excludes other GM vehicles, whichever comes first. See dealer for limited warranty details based on Ford and Ram 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty on gasoline engines.
Jim Rutledge here to talk to you about North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, the official barbecue joint of Rutledge and Hamilton and the official barbecue joint of the Rutledge household. We love going to all three of their locations, whether it's in DeForest, Madison, or in Verona. We get the same great service and food every time we go, no matter the location. Even better, when we have parties, cookouts, or anything in between, I don't have to spend all my time over the grill. Instead, I give a call to the folks at North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. So hurry in to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, the official barbecue joint of Rutledge and Hamilton and the official barbecue joint of the Rutledge household.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
So I hold on to your
All right, maybe I do have a problem. Because Kyle Wallace took Brad and I's phone, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and we went to break in no less than, 10 seconds?
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
It was immediate.
I get up to get ready to go walk and go get my actual headset, and not the ones that we have down here everybody else's use. And I see Ben sitting there touching his wrist, and I don't think anything up, and I said, wait a minute. That's an iPhone watch. And then I see Brad in the corner over
You were doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You were doing the same. I didn't even know you were doing the same thing.
No, you all are obsessed.
That's
We're
why
suckers.
we didn't. I knew I was going to do that right. I was like, yeah, you can have my phone. I don't need it.
I think I saw you do it. I was like, brilliant. I was looking right toward it.
That is incredible. That is incredible. I would be like the Gen Z. No, you don't. You couldn't last. Give me the watches. Give me the watches.
Do you still have my phone, by the way?
Yes, I have your
They're
phone.
stacked over there.
Come on, I got to give me 10 feet close to my
phone.
phone.
All right, fine. Here.
So close,
Give it
yet
to
so
me.
Take my watch.
Take it. Almost slipped and fell like that.
my calorie counter is going to be off now, but I'll still give it up.
Poor Brad and his health
Yeah.
app.
Are these the exact? Okay.
Cool. Talk into the microphone.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to make sure. I don't know how these Apple watches
I do
work.
feel a little naked right now. I'm not going to lie. I
So,
feel like alone.
I will say there's been a couple times where my phone is broken, like you get it fixed or the screen doesn't work, or I don't know. One time I lost it for like 2 days, and I was like, all right, just cancel that phone. I got to get a new one. It's kind of nice. Like if once you probably go through like a 2-hour withdrawal, but once you get over that, it's just kind of freeing.
Well, if you remember when I went to Bill Burr and you went to Kyle went to Dave Chappelle,
Kyle got roasted.
Roasted
I
at
got
Dave
made
Chappelle.
fun of, buddy.
Not by Dave Chappelle, but by the audience telling him to stop being a Karen.
They make you put your phone in basically an unsealable bag, and that way you can't record and you can't do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The first 5 to 10 minutes, I am stressing out. It's like I don't know what to do by not going. I instinctually go to my phone. After about 15 minutes, though,
it's nice.
I feel free. I feel like I can be present. I can live my life, and everyone else is doing the same thing. It's a beautiful scene.
Yeah, well, we'll see how
Beautiful scene.
Beautiful. Tear to my eye.
We'll see how beautiful you all can last for the next 2 hours without your phones or your watches, little tricksters. We'll see how much you can last.
You were so easy to trick. It was amazing.
I'm sorry, I don't have the little watch.
Yeah, you got real chains and
yeah, I got real diamonds
Yeah.
and
gold.
Real gold and real diamonds, yeah.
So Brad Nortman continues to surprise me. Maybe he doesn't surprise Kyle. I don't know, but it's shocking, but it's not shocking. So the story that led us to this is former Brewer J.J. Hardy is building a baseball diamond in his backyard. And because he's in outside of the city, he's part of an island county. He is under less restrictions than his neighbor, who is very, 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 very upset that she has to abide by the HCOA, all that stuff that you have to abide by living in a city versus, literally just across the fence is a different county, which he is an island county and he can do whatever he wants. And so it got us talking about how, do you ever have neighbors that have annoyed you? What's the most annoying your neighbor has been? Some different examples of, what former athlete would you want to live next to if you could? All these different questions that we thought of. And then when I was like, hey, Brad, you got any experience being by, annoying neighbors? What do you got for me?
I do. You bet I do.
Yeah, so what happened out in Lake Country, right?
No. This was a long time ago. This was back in college, okay? So we were young and wild and free, as they might say. But I was a sophomore, okay? And I lived in an apartment building and thin walls and the whole thing. I'm a light sleeper. You got to know that about me. I'm a light sleeper. And we had these neighbors that we were door to door with. My bedroom wall was to their kitchen, basically. So whenever they would have a party, they were freaking loud. And I will say this, during the spring semester, I just let them roll, right? Because I'm not playing. But during the fall, when I got to go out there on Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons, I go out there and prepare. You darn well know that when they're playing their loud bass, they're playing their loud music, if it got to 3:30 in the morning and I had to get up, I literally walked over there. I said, guys, can we take down? My wall is shaking.
Come on now.
No,
you at the age of 20,
Brad.
That's ridiculous. 3:30 and
this
48
is college.
hours.
Come on, man.
In 48 hours, I'm going on national television to punt a football. I'm going to make
Ain't nobody watching the football game for you.
And here's the thing. I knew when they were throwing parties because sometimes I would go to the parties, but a lot of times.
Oh, so you knew them?
I knew them.
I said, hell, Brad can't come ever again.
So you're okay? You're okay with partying when you want to party?
Yeah, when Brad wants to party.
Listen to this. You haven't heard the worst part of it. I would go over there. I would always go past 3 a.m. I'm like, let them do their thing till 3. But
what
at some
a
point,
guy!
I gotta sleep.
What
That's
a guy! This Brad Nortman.
At some point, it becomes extreme. I would go over there. I probably did it. Only probably 3 times. I'm like, I can't sleep. I need to go
too
over
many.
There. Every time, it was just the guys. It was 4 dudes. I'm like, guys, can we? There's nobody else here. Everybody is left. Can we?
So you were disappointed in their skills to, bring home a beautiful woman?
Well, I mean, that's a different story altogether. But they never were successful at 3:30 in the morning when I walked over there and said, guys, enough. My wall is absolutely
What did they
shaking.
say to you?
and say, "Oh yeah, we'll shut it down. We'll shut it down." And then they like just turn it down a little bit, and they'd still go. But it was enough for me to fall asleep. That's all I wanted. But it was so loud.
How did you end up with that room? You should have known not
He's
to
the
get
punter.
that room. Yeah.
No,
He's the punter. Punter, you get the room by the party
over there. Yeah, it was rough. I'm not gonna lie though, for real though. When it was late night and I'm like, I need to sleep and I couldn't, I was so pissed.
I thought I was the local show Karen.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
And not me.
I was like, I thought Kyle was the Karen.
When it comes to my sleep, and then when it comes to my performance as a player,
There's no way.
I'm taking no prisoners.
There's no way in college.
800-990-3776. If the punter of your football team came to your room at 3:30 a.m. and said, "Can you turn the music down? I'm trying to sleep," would you do it?
Is John Clay with you?
You don't need to be with me. Put some respect on my name.
Who John Moffitt? Who was with you? Who was the body?
Don't make me call John Clay. Don't make me call him. I'll call him.
The pride of Racine.
Did you have John Clay's number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got John Clay's number.
Oh, you still do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
Yo, that's what's up.
That is what's up. That is what's up.
I dated a girl who lived in Racine, and I went out in Racine, and for like John Clay was out.
Yeah, but he was.
John Clay was out.
He
remembered me. I was like, "Yo, what's up, John Clay?"
Yeah, John. Oh man, what a story. I wish he just would have lifted weights and ate a little less.
And anyway, we'll be back in 2 minutes after Kyle just took out John Clay.
Seriously, the dude's an icon.
No, he is. He is.
He's
a big
call
icon
him out like that.
He's a big icon. They should have played him more in the bowl game.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 2 minutes. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Ben Brust here from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman and tell you about the newest spike tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. My name is Colin Russo, and this is your Sports Center update. Brought to you by A Banner Year, celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the first of the back-to-back Final Four appearances for Wisconsin men's basketball. All 4-episode podcasts are now available. Subscribe to the Varsity Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and Wisconsin On Demand. Well, Final Four time as the week's coming to a close. The season is coming to an end, but with the women's side tipping off today, that starts off with NC State taking on the undefeated 36-0 South Carolina at 6 p.m. Following that with the highly anticipated star-studded matchup between Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes and Paige Beckers and the UConn Huskies. That game tips off at 8 p.m. To the men's side, they tip off on Saturday night, beginning with Purdue taking on NC State, and the aforementioned UConn Huskies taking on Alabama. Those tip-offs are at 5:09 and 7:49, respectively. That is tomorrow night. The Crew look to build on their hot start. They split a 2-game series with the Twins over the week. They sit now at 4-1. Look to build on that as the Seattle Mariners are coming into town. Freddie Peralta and Logan Gilbert both on the mound tonight. They got a duel tonight. That first pitch is at 7:10. KBN coming back to you right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, Brad Nortman. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Trying an exercise today. You guys can let us know. 800-990-3776. Is the show better or worse with Brad and Ben without their phones and Apple Watches?
Fascinating.
I'm good. I'm curious to see if it'll affect you. I want to know how much you texting Lexi during the show.
I text her a little bit. Just quick ones.
I would love to know when it's a day where Brad's frustrated. If Lexi gets frustrated, and tell Ben to back off or Kyle to back off. Mostly Ben.
I tell you, my girl, she's not really in my ear for that, but she'll tell me if she likes something or I'm too much like Ben.
I think Kyle should allow you to check your phones during the break, though, because what if there's an emergency?
I'm looking at it.
With a baby or something like that?
No, I'm checking their phones for you.
All right.
Like, I'm looking, I just let Ben know.
That's a lot of responsibility.
I'm going to check for you.
If I miss a call and it's an emergency.
I'll check every break.
All right.
I got y'all.
Did anyone else, Brad, were you in the meeting yesterday with our team? When you were in the sports meeting?
Oh, no, I was. Wednesday morning, yeah.
Everyone's phone went off with the silver alert.
Yes.
What sports meeting was I not invited to?
It was a sales meeting.
Yeah.
You're not invited to that.
Sorry, Kyle.
Okay.
You're welcome.
My point is, did you
the silver alert? Yes.
Everyone got it at the same time.
That's what's supposed to happen when an old person goes missing. They have something called the silver alert.
I get
to
it.
alert people that a person with silver hair is missing.
Isn't it a little bit concerning that they can access our phone all together at any time they want to? I don't even know who they is, but they can do it.
Big phone.
It's the deep state.
Big phone out there.
Big phone can access all of our little phones to have them do whatever they want.
Can you shut those alerts off?
No, you can, I don't think you can shut them off. I think they can. They'll ask you if you want to continue to be alerted. That happened to me on Tuesday, and I accidentally pressed yes.
Like, they can alert me. I just don't need it to go because it earned on like 20 phones at the same time.
Well, it's important. Somebody was missing.
If they didn't get it again, does that mean they're back?
I don't know.
Do you think those help? Do you think anybody looked at it and said, "I got to make sure I keep my eyes out for blank"?
I have been when I was driving in a car when a child gets abducted.
For sure.
I
Like,
look
it's-
for the car, but I mean, I don't look. I just look around like, oh, the green car
Yeah.
out here with a license plate. What? Like, that's all I do. But I'm not going to search them like I'm the police. That ain't my job.
It's true.
You're a true outward
You're a hero.
and outstanding citizen, Kyle.
I try to be, man. I try to.
Now this sound is weird. I'm not gonna lie. What we're gonna play next, I didn't have on my bingo card. Todd Gurley, the former Rams, I'd say star running back for like 2 years, and then he just like fell apart, got old, and was replaceable. But he was unbelievable in the year that they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He did not play that well in the Super Bowl. I think he was hurt. I actually think he was hurt when they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It was like a 13-10 victory for the Patriots back in like 18. But he had some comments about the Green Bay Packers, and I never thought Todd Gurley would be a good jumping off point, but it is today.
Like you said, you had a couple of guys that was able to, get some money, but just looking at it far as like Aaron Jones, right? For me, obviously you have a little history with the Packers. You can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm looking at Aaron Jones, obviously besides Jordan Love, I'm thinking he's literally their best and only offensive option. But
this is unbiased, guys. For everyone that's watching this, this is unbiased.
But then, like, for me too, like I love Josh Jacobs, but it's like I feel like, damn, you got rid of Aaron Jones for Josh Jacobs. Like I really didn't understand that.
Fascinating stuff from Todd Gurley on Kirk Benkurt's podcast, the former backup for the Green Bay Packers. So I'll simply ask you guys, who's the next best weapon after Jordan Love? Because there is a fun conversation to be had here.
Well, first of all, it's a bad take by Todd Gurley. It's just a bad take. The dude does not watch Green Bay Packers clearly, because if he did, he would know that there's plenty to choose from of guys that can utilize in this offense that Jordan Love can lean on. And my guy, who I think is the next best offensive weapon, who's a darn good offensive weapon, is Jayden Reed. Jayden Reed, I think his skill set has only scratched the surface, and just scratching the surface from the 2023 season, he led the league in receiving touchdowns and receiving yards. Oh, yeah, how many times did we use him in rushing abilities? The guy can catch.
Over 100 yards.
Over 100
Over
yards.
10 yards a carry.
He is the absolute Swiss.
Might have been over 20 yards a carry if LaFleur didn't do it 5 times in the same game.
Yeah, let's just use it in times when actually we're going to be effective. So to me, it's Jayden Reed, because he is the Swiss Army knife of this Packers offense. He could be the Deebo Samuel that this offense needs, where he can do anything. He can block. He can rush the ball. He He can certainly run routes, catch, and score for big yards, small yards, wherever. Open space, contested balls. He is my guy that's like, you know what? If I'm going to put the ball in Jaden Reed's hands, I know there's going to be a play to be made. And I think we're only scratching the surface. He can do it all. So give me Jaden Reed as the next best weapon for the Green Bay Packers.
No, I ain't mad at that one. Y'all understand how much I was hurt when Aaron Jones was cut by the Green Bay Packers. I was confused. I was lost. I was reacting. I was lashing out because I lost somebody that meant a lot to this team. What's the heart and soul of this football team? And I agree with Todd Gurley in the sense of Aaron Jones probably was the second best weapon on this team last year, and he helped be a catalyst to lead the Packers to the playoffs last year. But the reason why I'm okay now with Aaron Jones being gone is because they replaced him with Josh Jacobs. They replaced him with somebody who's younger. They replaced him who will now be the guy who will be the second best weapon on this football team. We all know Josh Jacobs has power. We all know he's a violent runner. We know he's strong. We know that he led the league in rushing a couple seasons ago. He is the new guy that is going to strike fear into defenses. They're going to have to choose between loading up the box and trying to stop Josh Jacobs, or they're going to have to let Jordan Love shred him. That is the choice that teams have, and that's why Josh Jacobs is now the second biggest threat. When teams plan for the Green Bay Packers, they're not just planning for Jordan Love. They're planning on how they're going to stop Josh Jacobs from falling forward and leaning forward and always getting the 1+ yard the Packers need in order to pick up that first down. So it's easy to me that the newcomer, Josh Jacobs, is the second best player in the team offensively, and he also is getting paid like it as well.
I'm going to have to go with A.J. Dillon here.
Versatile, man.
Whatever you need.
You need to trip 1 yard before or right at the last scrimmage, we got you. Man, I'm being mean now. It's Friday. Don't do that, Ben. I want to put a poll up on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Outside of Jordan Love, who will be the Packers' best playmaker in 2024? Brad says Jaden Reed. Kyle says Josh Jacobs. And we'll give another option, but I want to leave another option because I actually think it's Jaden Reed as well. I really do. I think he was probably. I mean, he was the most consistent. He led the team in receiving yards as a rookie, and he made a lot of big splash plays and the versatility. I see Justin saying he's more of a poor man's Tyreek Hill. I disagree. I'd say he's more of a poor man's Debo. And I don't even like the word poor man's. I think he's just a smaller, petite version of Debo, right? Debo is the 49ers versatility guy who's an absolute beast. The way you used Jaden Reed is he's probably a little bit more effective in the passing game, in my opinion, like down the field.
100%.
They're just a little bit different, but the way they're going to be used in this type of offense, they're going to be put in motion a lot. They're going to be Jaden Reed can get an end around. Jaden Reed could go make contested catches that we saw. So in terms of biggest playmaker, I'm going to go with Jaden Reed. I think it would be best if Josh Jacobs turns into that. But I want to see that happen, right? Off the down year with the Raiders. I love that he's younger. I love that they did something different. I think Aaron Jones, as much as it's going to hurt, I'd rather cut bait too early than too late, right? Like the old New England Patriots adage. Even though he's the heartbeat, because now Jordan Love can step up into a leadership role. I'll go Jaden Reed. For the poll's sake, who would we say is probably the third best? Christian Watson, I can't put in there because he hasn't been on the field. I guess Dobbs would, but Dante. People, I guarantee, are gonna we're gonna be overwhelmed by Dontavian Wicks.
So we're saying not the.
Wicks has moments, right? He has moments where you're like, that's what elite
but
receivers
he couldn't
do.
be kept off the field. Like once Christian Watson went out and Dontavian Wicks started playing more. It felt as if you got to keep this man on the field at all times.
I mean, fellas, the hard thing is that Watson's been hurt. When Watson is playing, he's so effective.
He was the best playmaker in 2022.
Yeah. He is so effective. Ben and I yesterday were talking about MVS and how in one season Christian Watson didn't even play a full season and surpassed anything that MVS had done in his career as a Green Bay Packer, and only playing 10 games and having a 7-game stretch that was absolutely incredible by Christian Watson. Honestly, a lot of people can probably argue, if healthy, if this hamstring injury is cured, the Green Bay Packers offense is going to be dangerous because we already know the rapport that Jordan Love and Christian Watson have created with one another, where it was to a point where he's throwing to him like he's Devontae Adams. He's targeting him too much. Christian Watson.
I don't like the way you said that they have rapport, because I think they wanted to have rapport.
Well, okay.
They didn't have it.
They were maybe trying to force feed, but I think that's because of in practice they've been able to work together in the past before, and he knows how special Christian Watson can be. So when healthy, Christian Watson has a pretty high ceiling. So the only issue is the health thing, but I think when we go into next year, if Christian Watson plays all 17 games, he'll end up being the number one receiver for the Green Bay Packers next year.
What do we think, Chris? Who will be the Packers' best playmaker in 2024? I say we go with Josh Jacobs, Christian Watson, and then Jaden Reed, and then we'll go other.
Other right in?
Yeah. I mean, we're already getting Tucker Kraft, Petey Pablo with Malik Heath. No, thank you, but I like that he's a great big blocker. And Wicks by Josh. So in the 920, that is, not Josh DiMaggio. So there's going to be a ton to react to. I want to get to break here, and I want Brad to talk about carbless because I'm a little parched, so you're going to make me even more parched probably.
If you're parched, it's a Friday, look no further than Carbless. That's because Carbless, you know by now, it's got everything that I want in alcoholic beverage. I know that. I've been drinking it for some time now. Carbless, fastest growing brand, private brand in the Midwest for 2023. That's right. That means it is catching on. Everyone that's trying it is liking it. You should be next if you haven't done it yet. That's because Carbless, it's guiltless. No carbs, no sugar, no gluten, 100 calories per can, less carbonation, just enough to parch or to quench Ben's and Mai's thirst, but not so much that you're going to get bloat, so you feel good when you're drinking it. Made right here in Wisconsin, which I love, so you're able to drink and enjoy it without the guilt, but man, those flavors, upon your first taste, you know what I'm talking about. The fruit flavors like raspberry, cranberry, pineapple, and lemon lime. And the classic cocktails, like it's made right in front of you at the bar between margarita, Moscow Mule, Mojito, and Paloma. It is so good. I'm already thinking about 502. When the show's over, I'm heading right home. I'm going right down to my basement. I'm grabbing a carbless. I've convinced myself to go have a carbless. I don't need much convincing, though. So if you're looking to find a ready-to-drink cocktail, look no further than Carbless. Less is more. Find them online and at retailers near you.
We got it up on Twitter. We'll have you answer. Who will be the Packers' best playmaker in 2024? 800-990-3776. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to argue more for Christian Watson. Just stay healthy, and I think it could be him. That's next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you can say finna. Say, listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the show.
The Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott and Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. But what's right around the corner? Mother's Day. Show some love to the incredible women in your life and stop at Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. I recommend Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and is expanding to Milwaukee. As a local company headquartered in Verona, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
Our kids deserve the best we can give them. Hi, this is Sarah Tauscher. If you're looking for somewhere that kids can learn, play, and enjoy family fun all at once, then register today in one of the spring youth programs at the Prairie Athletic Club. With 6 basketball courts, a full-size indoor soccer field, and swim lessons at one of the 5 indoor pools, they've got it all. Join today or visit as a guest and discover why the Pack is consistently voted the best place to work out and best thing for kids to do year after year. Visit prairieathletic.com. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
Ben Brust here from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman and tell you about the newest spike tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a
Look, if you missed it, Stephon Diggs of the Buffalo Bills was traded, leaving what is the 4th or 5th highest dead cap hit. The highest ever for a non-quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, like $31 million. And so it gets you thinking, right, as the Bills look to revamp their offense, maybe get a little younger. They have Josh Allen as their quarterback. Kyle and I had a discussion yesterday when Brad was out. Devontae Adams, right? Should I have Devontae? Everyone's doing Devontae or the young guys. And it gets you thinking, right? Like, as we put out the poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN, just about 14 minutes ago, 100 votes in, Josh Jacobs, 37%, Jaden Reed, 50%, Christian Watson, 8%, and then 5% say other. And then Steven chimes in. He says Wicks, even though I'm a big Bo Melton fan. David chimes in and says Dobbs. So the write-ins are not even on the actual poll. And then I get a text, Tucker Kraft. I get a text, Malik Heath. We even talk about Luke Musgrave, who lacerated a kidney. Played.
Stayed on his feet.
Musgrave stayed on his feet.
Musgrave stayed on his feet.
So we could have a lot of conversation on if you'd want a number one wide receiver or not. The difference is now they're not going to. They're not going to trade for a T. Higgins, who's not even like a true number one. Maybe could be outside of Jamar Chase's shadow. But like this is where the Packers are going to go, and I think it's exciting. I really do. Wicks, Heath, Kraft, Melton, Dobbs, Watson, Reed, Jacobs, Jordan Love, Musgrave.
It's amazing for a quarterback who is not going to discriminate to his favorite guys, right? Aaron Rodgers would sometimes do that. He would have his connection with Jordy, have his connection with Adams. Whoever it is, I'm going to get you the ball. Jordan Love just throws to the open guy. So when you got a bunch of guys that can get open, that becomes very hard to stop.
You know, I'm glad you said that because I barely hit on it a little bit, but I've said it a couple times. When Watson went down, Wicks had to step up. But when Watson went down, and Kyle was talking about the rapport between there, it felt like he was trying to force it to Dobbs, or to Watson, rather. And when Watson was down, it just became throw the open guy. And I know everyone's like, well, when you have a number one, you can use the double team to open other stuff up. I think Matt LaFleur is really happy having a bunch of different options that he believes in that opens up the entire field.
I think he is. And because there's so many guys that are capable, we're sitting here today on April 5th of 2024. We have no idea who's going to pop. We've seen a lot of the potential in some of these guys, but they're all first or second year starters. They have a long career left. Most of these wide receiver ones, Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, those guys weren't necessarily marquee guys right out of the gate like Justin Jefferson was, or some of these guys that come in right away. You could have something on your hands where you have 2 wide receiver ones on your rookie contract in a year or two. So they have spread their bets out so much, and there's so many capable guys around them. It's a platter for Jordan Love just to be able to pick who's open and pick who he wants to force it to that day.
As we reflect back on what this 2023-2024 kind of playoff season went for the Green Bay Packers, and the transition year, we should call it, as we transition from a legendary quarterback and Aaron Rodgers, this season could only have gotten better if the Packers won the Super Bowl. But other than that,
Thank you, Kyle.
No, I'm serious. This season, that is the only way the season could have gone better. You had an opportunity to find all these different weapons. Think about this. In the 2021 season, we complained about the fact that Aaron Rodgers ain't really had too many people to throw the ball to. We talking about Alan Lazard was somebody that Aaron Rodgers had to depend on in his last season as a Green Bay Packers quarterback. We couldn't sit here and put a question out and ask, who is the best offensive weapon outside of Jordan Love, and have 5 or 6 different names talking about. Nation isn't dumb. We're loyal fans. We know what's going on with the team. The fact that we're talking about a tight end and Tucker Kraft, who's probably going to be the second best tight end on the roster that got drafted in last year's draft. The fact that we have 4 different wide receivers that we are contemplating for being the best offensive weapon for this team. The fact that we got rid of Aaron Jones and got Josh Jacobs, who has shown he is a bona fide NFL star, led the league in rushing only 2 seasons ago. This is a plethora of weapons. We have so much at our dispense as a Green Bay Packer offense. We should be happy about this. So, yes, we're going to try to figure out who the second offensive weapon is, but we have so much of the potential to actually rise to that occasion and be best. So we can talk about this all we want, but I literally am smiling from ear to ear just knowing that the Packers have so many different weapons at the disposal for Jordan Love.
Well, and the Packer culture is very healthy. We can agree that this team is young, they are hungry, they are for one another. And generally speaking, you don't get a ton of disgruntled guys coming out of Green Bay. Now, you throw in a wide receiver one, I would say at least half, maybe more, of the bona fide wide receiver ones bring some diva. They bring some selfishness. They bring some give me the ball or else. That'll stir the pot. I hope that these guys remain as humble.
You say more than half? I'd say all wide receiver ones.
Yeah, I mean,
whether they do it outwardly or you know, like tantrum wise or inside the locker room, you know, and kind of just shut down. Like, I don't know if you want that, because
for sure don't want that.
If you have a wide receiver one, let's be honest. Let's be honest, right? If you have a wide receiver one on this team, pick one. Anyone
in the league?
Yeah,
Justin Jefferson.
Put Justin Jefferson on the team, right? Justin Jefferson is so good that he's going to demand the football. And the way that Goody wants to grow this team, it's going to stunt the growth of the guys of, I would even say, like, you know, Jaden Reed. How does it fit in, right? And obviously, this is a hypothetical, because you have to give something up to obviously have a guy like that. But then you're looking at Justin Jefferson more than letting the offense develop in a way where you're able to have more options.
The argument for a wide receiver one is that they're so good that it's worth it. It's worth the baggage. And with this situation, because there are so many mouths to feed, and they're all pretty satisfied with letting the other guys excel in different games, I don't think it is worth it. Because a lot of times you would look at a roster and be like, we got no receivers. We got no one that can run routes. We got no one that can catch a ball. We need a dude. We need a playmaker for our quarterback. So it's worth all the baggage. I don't think that's needed in this team.
No, it's not what needed in the league. When you think about it here, what's more important? A number one or having a lot of threats? And when you look at the teams that made it to the Final Four last year, I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown, definitely very good, but they had a nice complimentary tight end, and the rookie that they had, the guy that you had on your fantasy, Sam Laporta, who was absolutely good. But then you look at the other teams, Juwan Johnson was the stud against the Green Bay Packers. He's the one that put us out. You know, you look at Baltimore's team, those guys can barely catch a dang cold out there in the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, they had Travis Kelce, but it was other guys who stepped up and made great plays. So it takes a full team effort right now in the NFL to win a Super Bowl. How many diva superstar wide receivers are winning Super Bowls right now?
It's a really good question. I mean, Travis Kelce, even though he's not a wide receiver.
I mean, he's a tight end, a talented tight end weapon. He's a really good weapon, but, I mean, his quarterback is incredible.
Yeah,
and they got rid of Tyreek Hill and still won.
You'd say Tyreek Hill. Cooper Kupp is, but he's not a diva. Cooper Kupp just...
But he's not... I mean, last year he was dog water.
But when they won the Super Bowl, he was amazing.
He was really good, yeah.
But he didn't demand the ball.
It was part of the system.
Just like Puka was part of the system. So my whole point is this, is that a number one star receiver does not equate to championships. That's not what the formula is. And that's what Goody understands. So that's why him having all these different weapons is something that's positive for this team. We don't need Christian Watson to be Justin Jefferson. We don't need Jaden Reed to be, Justin Jefferson. We need those guys to understand, run your route, get open, look for the ball, be good for this team. I want the same energy Jaden Reed had towards seeing Aaron Jones. I want everybody to have that energy for each other.
I'm not going to lie. Having this conversation, I would take there's not many wide receiver ones I'd take over the crew of what they're building. I don't know. Justin Jefferson might be the one where I'd be like, yeah,
it's pretty nasty.
I used to be like you. I used to be you. And then I was once blind, but now I see. The Packers don't need that. I see the Packers don't need to have
we don't know that fully yet.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
It's a big if. If they take a step forward. If these guys collectively take a step forward. Yes, Kyle?
What did CeeDee Lamb do? What happened? What happened against the Packers and the Dallas Cowboys?
He got Jaired.
We knew exactly early on, and when they started
he got dacked.
No, for real. But we knew
he
early
got McCarthy'd.
He sure did. In the first half, when him and Dak were having communication issues and they were having those conversations, the game was over because Dak didn't have anybody else to throw to, and he had the
Michael
pressure
Gallup,
of CeeDee.
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, okay. He had the pressure
Jake
of CeeDee Lamb.
Jake Ferguson.
They knew they had to get the ball to CeeDee Lamb. If they wanted the offense to actually work, they had to get CeeDee Lamb going. The Green Bay Packers don't have to get Jaden Reed going. You know how I know that? Because Jaden Reed didn't do diddly squat poo against the Dallas Cowboys. It was Romeo Doubs who stepped up in this game. Luke Musgrave stayed on his feet and scored a touchdown in that game. The Green Bay Packers are showing that it is truly a team game.
You know, this is the one time, and maybe I'm failing as a radio host, that I'm just going to back off and not really push the envelope because Kyle's made some pretty good points here.
Well, look at that. He's
wow.
Looking.
How about that?
What are you doing? What? How did you all of a sudden just realize that epiphany?
Just for this segment.
Just for this segment, you finally opened up your ears and started listening.
No, I've always listened. Just a lot of times say a lot of jargon.
I am the voice of Packers Nation and KBN Nation.
I think Ben just wants his phone back. He's trying to soften you up.
Hey!
Oh, wow! What?
Give me your phone.
I have my phone.
Give me your phone. Segment. Talk about you about to give me your phone. Talk about I need to text my baby mama.
No,
give me the phone.
You need to tell us how our show is protected.
Oh, yes, I sure do. And his phone is protected. Your house and your car can be protected when you work with American Family Insurance. And American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And since 1927, they've been committed to making life better with outstanding home and auto protection. Also, you're free to enjoy your dreams. So insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman continues next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. When you're ready to get out and prep your yard for spring, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $15 gift card with a $100 purchase of Scotts products. $30 instant savings on the 21-inch Craftsman push mower powered by a Briggs & Stratton engine. Plus, shop new spring styles of Carhartt, Ariat, and Wrangler clothing or footwear. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
And after 4 overtimes, we finally figure out the first team in the Division I state final. 99-95 our score. Arrowhead Warhawks.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania is also brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, Pasquale's Cantina, UW Credit Union, Stoughton Trailers, the GRB Academy, and Stoughton Health.
The Packers Tailgate Tour is coming to Sun Prairie on Friday, April 12th to help support Sunshine Place, a nonprofit community resources center dedicated to household stability in Sun Prairie and eastern Dane County. Sunshine Place provides meals, clothing, and living supplies, along with a wide array of social and community services to community members facing food insecurity and other hardships. Join the Packers Tailgate Tour in supporting Sunshine Place of Sun Prairie and Dane County. Visit sunshineplace.org to learn more.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If you want a fresh twist on surf and turf, look no further than North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Inspired by their time living in the Alaskan Gulf in southern Texas, owners Keith and Aaron brought together unique culinary backgrounds to create a truly authentic American restaurant here in Madison. After expanding to 2 more locations in DeForest and Verona, you can savor smoky, wood-fired barbecue and freshly prepared seafood from around the country. Explore their full menu and dining options at eatnorthandsouth.com. That's eatnorthandsouth.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hope you're enjoying this Friday. On your way to enjoy a nice happy hour, going home to see the family. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776. Having a conversation around the wide receiver room. You know, I think we all are in agreement. We believe. We believe in what Matt LaFleur has put together, / Goody, because a lot of these guys are Goody products. Matter of fact, all of them are Goody products. Which is good. I mean, the turnover from Ted to Goody is here now. It's the last one is what, Kenny Clark? Pretty sure.
Think so.
And we're the team is the youngest average age, lower than last year.
And speaking about that, I'm wondering about. We're talking about, you know, should the Packers go get a wide receiver one? How many of the guys on the current roster will be eventually wide receiver one capable?
I think Jaden Reed. I don't think Dobbs is wide receiver one capable. Wicks is intriguing from a lot, like, you know, 3 years down the road type guy.
Because the Packers are in a circumstance where there could be 0, there could be like 3.
I would
Think
say
about that.
3 max. I mean, Watson has the potential. We saw it with Rodgers in 2022 in a 5-game stretch. He was awesome. But obviously we know he's seeing hamstring specialists, and without him being healthy, he can't be that.
I'm sorry, I can't focus.
What's wrong?
You guys lasted all of 30 minutes without your dang phone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Brad said he wants his phone back. You're a little sneak. First, you kept your watch, and then I gave you your phone so you could text your baby. She needs me.
So we were doing an exercise.
She needs me, and then you didn't even try to give it back to me.
She still needs me.
And Ben full out gave up already.
She still needs me.
This is ridiculous. I want to be like the Gen Z.
So for those who missed it, the Gen Zs, there's a subset of them who are trying to go to flip phones and those Nokia phones.
And we got the audio here, too, from that segment when we did it on KBN Academy.
Yeah,
Here's what Brad had to say about
Yeah, let's hear what they said.
That's exactly the point. They're reclaiming their freedom. They're pushing away their smartphone and saying, you know what, life is not about a smartphone. I'm going to live life beyond it. So I'm envious of them. I would like to think that, yes, I could have a dumb phone and that just texts and calls, and that's it. That would be, think about how freeing that would be. Whenever you get that report of how much time you spent, how much screen time you spent, isn't that depressing when you've spent, 20 hours on your phone for a week?
On average, a person with a smartphone spends 5.5 hours a day on their phone.
Yeah, that's so depressing. How much...
That was Brad today.
You're so depressing, aren't you, Brad? Here, take your stuff back.
Just give back.
Can I have it back, please? Can I have it back,
Take your
please?
stuff
I
back.
want it. Oh, I feel so much better now. I feel so much better.
Are we allowed to rip on Gen Zs now?
No, you can't say no. You can't listen. Okay, maybe you can rip on Gen Zs, but nothing that y'all say that comes out your mouth, I don't believe it. Sitting here thinking that you could do something. You didn't last at all. You didn't last. Y'all tried to play me at first. I'm too nice of a guy.
Sorry that we care about our spouses and want to get back to them as soon as possible.
Baloney.
It's not about us. It's about them. It's about all the people trying to get a hold of us. We can't deprive
and
them.
how many times have we been on these airwaves and your girlfriend after the show goes, you know what, Ben was right. Or, oh, you should be more like Ben.
Not what she said. She said, oh, my gosh, you're too much like Ben. That's the problem. You want to be more like that guy.
Well, here's your opportunity.
No, thank you. No, thank you. You know what?
Did I lose some respect in your eyes for how desperate I was for my phone and watch?
You did. And you know what? I almost said, I'm going to not look at my phone until 5, and then I realized, no, I'm not going to play that game.
I'm going to admit, it feels better having it in my hand right now. I feel better.
So, you guys are pathetic.
All right, you made it very clear.
Complete. Yeah. Just be
a part of me was missing.
Yeah, you're pathetic because you talked a big game and literally you lasted 10 seconds. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes a minute.
Making this very hard for me right now, Kyle. Let's move on.
That's what she said.
Chris, I'd like to move on to Jordan Love, who was mic'd up enjoying a game out in L.A., a Dodgers game. Look, we don't get a chance to get inside the mind of QB1 in Green Bay. Let's get inside the mind of QB1 in Green Bay. Here's Jordan Love having some fun.
I played baseball till middle school and I stopped playing. Yeah, once the pitches started getting faster, I was like, shoot. That's the easiest one right there. I ain't gonna lie, I froze up. I seen that coming, I said that better not be coming over here. I'm not catching that. Oh. That's what I like. Stealing bases right there, that's my stuff. That's exciting. Oh yeah, that wave picking up now. Okay. I'm excited, I'm gonna get up in it. Oh, nice. Hey! I need to see a home run. I gotta see one. Sad part about it was I missed it. I ain't even gonna see the back. Dang, I ain't even see it. Bro, you watching March Madness game? Bro, Caitlin Clark is nasty. She played like Steph Curry. Bro, believe it or not, in college, in the summertime, I used to be umpiring baseball games. I would literally be out here umpiring baseball games. I'd be getting cussed out by parents.
What age level though?
It was like 8 to 12.
Really?
Yeah, he's safe. What they say, tie go to the runner, ain't it? There we go, there we go.
Led by Dodger Stadium.
Oh, man. Three strikes
That is your QB1, Jordan Love. And I have many takeaways, but I want to go to Brad for his.
Oh, there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, it's good to see a little personality, a little bit of looseness out of Jordan Love. He's always on. He always says the right thing. It's fun to see him, slip a curse word in there and talk about.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, I do like that. If he's on his own time and he's at a game, he might as well be able to speak how he wants to speak. He speaks correctly all the time. Him umping 8 to 12-year-olds in college, that was a revelation. That was pretty wild.
Actually, because
you know what? You know what made me sad about that is we have somebody who was an umpire, maybe still umpires baseball games for Little League.
Who?
Jesse Nelson.
Oh, Jesse Nelson does not.
He's an umpire.
I can see it. Strike one. Strike two. Yeah, you're out of here. Good job, kids.
And Jesse's such a dork. I don't want him to have anything in common with Jordan Love. It makes Jordan Love less cool.
Can you imagine Jesse? Because those parents are crazy. Like, legitimately.
Hey, sir, you got to settle down over there. I'm doing my best.
Imagine you guys call him the hall monitor. Imagine him having some power over some little kids at a baseball game. And parents, hey, keep talking. Keep it. Hey, coach.
Let me dust off the plate really quick. I gotta dust off the plate.
You already know he's strung out and mad on power.
The count is 3-1.
He has fun with it.
I'm sure he does. Welcome back to the United States of America, Jonathan Brust, my delusional brother of the South. Welcome into Kyle Brust and Nortman.
I don't know how you make me file. How am I following anything with Jesse Nelson? That is the worst lead-in of all time.
Oh,
Jesse
you can
Nelson
only go up from here.
That's also true. Kyle, I will never. I already told you I'm not bringing you to another Badgers game. You became a Marquette fan when I was gone. What is wrong with you, bro?
What is this? Are you protecting Greg Gard as well, or did I say something about the Bears? Or what did
it has everything to do with the fact that he brought you to a Badger football game. You claim to be this big Badger fan, and then be a bandwagon fan for a week. He just likes loyalty.
You're a fake fan.
No. You simply adopted the Badgers. I told you, like I told your brother. You simply adopted them.
No. I didn't adopt the Badgers. Blood is thicker than water, bro.
Blood is thicker than water.
Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you gonna go on that? You gonna go on that sinking ship of Greg Gard?
Just so you know, Kyle.
Be a lot of blood
where
and
were you
water.
10 years ago today? Where were you 10 years ago today? Because I know where I was.
I was I at home watching the Badgers?
You were probably sitting on your couch and watching Ben playing a Final Four, but I was sitting in front row because I'm a true fan, and I don't like those.
True fan.
Plays on the team.
All right, now time out. I will defend my brother here that not in 2014, but when I was overseas in 2015, in Frank Kaminsky's seats, he sat front row.
Wait, time out. Do you hear what he just said? In Frank Kaminsky's seats. He didn't buy them seats. He wasn't invested in that.
He was so invested that I wasn't even on the team, and the family wanted Jonathan front row.
Family, baby.
Blood.
That is family.
I would have gladly took them seats
Your
as well.
cousin, your cousin plays for the Badgers, Kyle, and you think that you're a fan?
Yeah, I've been a fan of the Badgers way before my cousin came. He did.
Hey, Kyle, why don't you go root for Marquette's football team?
I wish I would have dumped him a second earlier. He was doing really well until he gave the joke that everyone gives. It's not a good joke.
Listen, here's the thing. The problem with y'all is this: is that y'all so connected to the organization because you got the coach FaceTime and you had courtside seats because you was blood. A real fan is gonna have courtside. A real fan is sitting up top because that's
You're
all they
right.
can
You're
afford.
not a real fan. You didn't even come sit up at the top. There's 80,000 of those seats, and you didn't find your way to Dallas. And by the way,
I was in grad school.
His wife was 8 months pregnant, and they came down to Dallas and drove all the way from Chicago.
Oh wow, they
So
drove.
there is blood.
Come on now, they got more money than that. They drove down there. He made the poor woman.
I mean, when you have six,
that's an uncomfortable ride.
Well, I mean, they have what's called the Brust bus. It's a 15-passenger conversion van.
No,
they're
not.
known around town as the Brust bus.
Yeah, they're probably known around town for a lot of things.
What you mean?
I'm just saying, if you got that, I mean, I'm mad at your brother right now.
Just because he got you?
Public call out.
Yeah, he came at me for no reason. It's not my fault that they're loyal to a loser.
Rutledge and Hamilton crosstalk next, but first, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, 2,000 square foot video wall. I see people in the chats, in the text, telling me how they're placing bets. Ben's same game parlay will be later on. 200 TVs. I mean, 2,000 square foot video wall. They're going to have everything you need. Everything you need. Expanded food menu. Opening week is less than a month. May, opening week of May, is like a month to less than a month from now, and you'll be enjoying Potawatomi Casino Hotel and everything they have to offer. We will be there late April. Can't wait to get back there. You know I love me some slots. You know I love me some craps, some blackjack, some roulette, some Willy Wonka slots, some sports betting, Ben's same game parlay. I love it all. Potawatomi Casino Hotel, paysbig.com. Light up those senses. Rutledge and Hamilton up next with us.